Hello, and welcome back. This time we're going to take a look at Garou, Mark of the Wolves for the PS2. Now, most people have played it in the arcade back in the day. Fortunate ones own it for the MVS or the AES. A lot of people played it for the Dreamcast, and it wasn't a bad port. The American port was kind of a little off. They had some sound issues or sound syncing issues. The Japanese version was a lot better. I have both versions for the Dreamcast. But the PS2 is way more playable and is as close as you want to get to the original source material. And this is one to get if you want a physical copy. Now, true, it came out for, the virtual this, that, the other. But, you know, a lot of times people like to collect and have an actual physical copy. And it's definitely worth checking out because it's such an outstanding game. And, yeah, so let's just get into it, shall we? Okay. Now here you see story mode, survival mode, practice, gallery option, network match. That's when you can get online at some point. Excuse me. So let's just get into it. Alright, so, I don't know, just go with rock. Okay, the top set thing, some people are familiar, some are not. It's basically like a little gauge there. You can do special shit with it. You know, cancels, parries, special type stuff. You can regain health. So, yeah, it's basically all it is. Yeah, the bosses in here, you have Grant, Heinlein are selectable. So it's really cool. And, like, I bitched about the SVC Chaos for the PS2 because that game needed, you know, a gameplay overhaul and a graphical overhaul. This game, I wouldn't bitch about it like that because the game, there was nothing really wrong with it. I mean, the thing is, the game does what the game does. Plays well. And that's something that, you know, doesn't need to be changed. And as far as graphics, you know, I'm glad they actually kept it the same. Because, you know, a lot of times they do the pre-rendering stuff, and that screws the game up. It usually looks god-awful. And here, they kept it to the original, which is definitely a good thing. Now, true, it might look dated, you know, but, you know, the time that this came out was about 99. Third Strike was, you know, kind of like the new kid on the block type of thing. And this game, nobody really knew what the hell it was, because it was such a departure from Fatal Fury. You know, where it comes from. And the thing is it blew everybody's mind away to see the type of graphical capability that the Neo Geo actually had. And the thing is that it impressed people because you're talking, this was developed on hardware. God, technically it would have been 9-10 years old, but that hardware was really outdated by the time it really was out because, you know, it's just the way things are. They just change. And the thing is that, you know, going up against Third Strike on, you know, what is it, the CPS 2, 3 hardware, or whatever the hell it was at the time. And, you know, it was doing a pretty good job trying to compete. Of course, you know, Street Fighter Third Strike is going to have a bit more of an edge now. But, you know, all kidding aside, you know, think about it. You know, this game was holding its own. So, yeah, there's really not much to say, because you can see the game plays well, it's smooth, there's just a lot of shit going on. It's kind of hard to see a little bit of it because I'm playing this through, you know, the regular RC cables because my TV's component cable thing for some reason isn't that great for a newer TV. So it might not be able to see all the fine details. As you see there, it's just a lot of cool special moves. It's just a really excellent game. And it's definitely if you're interested in collecting for the PS2 Japanese one, because I know a lot of people are starting to get into the Japanese PS2, because a lot of great games never made it here. And, you know, a lot of great fighting games never made it here, and, you know, it's definitely something awesome to collect for. And if you're definitely looking into fighting games for the PS2, this is definitely one to get. Of course, you can find it on probably online or whatever the hell it was, Virtual This and PS This and whatnot. But it's nothing like having a physical disc with a manual, and it's just a really well put together game. And it might have gone up a little bit in price, maybe a lot in price, probably double. I paid about 30-something bucks shipped a couple years ago. Because this game is always in demand because it's actually a really good game for the PS2. And, like I said, it plays well graphically, it looks exactly like it's supposed to. And it's just a really cool game, especially being online. So that's definite a plus back in the day. So if you like what you see here, I suggest checking out the PS2 version. You know, like I said, you know, if you can find a halfway decent Japanese PS2, you know, decent price, you know, go for it. It's worth collecting a lot of games that just never made it here. I hate that stupid shit. But yeah, so the thing is I can't say more than just what I'm saying. The thing is you have to see for yourself and see that it's actually a really good game that plays well. So this, on my part, is a definite recommendation. I like that they actually stuck to the Neo Geo original. They didn't change much. They just kept it the same, which is great. And I think that's what they should have did. Other games, I believe they should have, like I said, upgraded, you know, them to a certain degree because they needed it. This game just doesn't need it. I mean, it just doesn't. It stands the test of time and playability. Even graphically, to some extent, it does hold up. So what I'm going to do is just leave you with a bit more gameplay so you can get an idea.
Round 2. Fight!
Alright, I'm going to do maybe one more match or something, give you an idea because of how impressive the game plays. A lot of people might have not seen it. So, just give you one more and then that's it. There's definitely an awesome stage here. The maneuver field. That's a really, really cool background. This actually really showed the power of the Neo Geo back in the day. Especially another background I like is Freeman's with the, what do you call it, the back alley with the train running. So that's actually pretty cool. We don't get my ass kicked here. Oh, he caught me. See how really awesome the background is with the helicopters hovering? It's really cool stuff. That was close. Alright, try and complete this last one if he doesn't beat my ass.
Final round. Fight!
Oh. Alright, and that ends it. Alright, I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. I hope you see how awesome this game truly is. Take care.